Hello and welcome. We're going to try something a little different today. We're doing two back-to-back races, both on the same track, but one in the Wingless Micro and one in the Wing Micro. So we're just heading out for qualifying in the Wingless Micro. Really slick track. It's going to be super technical and I'm all over the place here. So we're trying to get down to the bottom, but we've totally missed it there, so we run through the slick. It's not going to be quick. Going to try and get off the gas, get down to the bottom, but no, still struggling to get down there. We've got one more go at it. A little bit better there, but still fighting the car all the way through. I've got to remember not to overdrive this car. That's a better lap, much better than the first lap. So let's hop out and see where we're qualified.
Alright, there's checkered flag.
So we've qualified third. Logan in second there. Logan's a bit of a surprise packet there. I was definitely expecting Mark to be first. He's class of the field here. He's well above everyone else, including myself, so we'll be lucky to see the back of him throughout the race. And we get people acting like 12-year-olds because they're probably 12-year-olds. Alright. So heading out, qualifying third's not the worst in the world. I don't really like starting in second. It's a bit difficult. But yeah, this track combo, when it's really slick like this, it's all around throttle control and getting good lines into the corners, finding where the grip is, because you can see there's grip up the top there, but it'll be super slow to go around the top. And there's a little bit of grip down the bottom, so if you can get down there and hit that, it's good, but it's going to be hard to get down there.
1 lap to green.
And we know that Jonathan in fourth there has already been on the microphone and been a bit of an idiot, so we know he's not going to be the most responsible driver out there. It's also paint scheme sort of tells you that as well.
About to go green, right. Stay focused.
So let's see what kind of start we can get.
The pace car is in.
And stick with Mark, will be lucky. No, Mark's got away already.
Green, green, green.
So Logan's on a D license, he's just come out of rookies. So sorry, he was Division 11, which means he's started the season in rookies. We've totally missed the bottom there, so we've lost a lot of ground there. So we've run through the slick. So I'll ease off, try and get down to the bottom this time. Power out. Less is more sometimes. I've had a good lap, now we're right up on Logan. Right, Logan smuffed it. Oh, but he's come back out, so I've got out of the power and just given him a bit of space.
You can't have your footing if you don't eat your meat.
So if we're really paying attention, we probably could have made something of that, but also it's just a struggle enough to get this car around the track at the moment. And I've totally missed the bottom there, so I've just decided to go around the top rather than try and run through the slick. That's cost me a ton of time. If I can get the inside wheels onto the off that black part down into the grippy part, it's not too bad, but also the off camber of the infield there really throws you out. Just running through the slick like this is really slow. We've got down eventually. So now we're really just holding station, hoping there's a mistake ahead and we don't make a mistake. Mark's absolutely checked out, he's gone. It's 5 seconds out in front. But there's a chance we can always catch Logan here if he makes a mistake and we don't. And we just run clean laps, but over-rotating like that doesn't help. It doesn't really hurt us too much time-wise.
It's tough switching from high to low.
surprised we haven't seen more spun out cars, but there are only 6 of us out here, so there's only one split here.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3.5 seconds. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3.7 seconds.
Jim says we've got nothing to worry about cars behind us, so we just need to keep doing what we're doing. Try not to stuff up, try not to stuff it into the wall. Coming back and watching this in the replay, it's not that exciting to watch, but I can tell you when I was rolling around the track it was absolute struggle. Just to keep the car on the track and generally pointed in the right direction.
Car stopped ahead.
Either had a big stutter or lost force feedback there, but all of a sudden I found myself turning hard right into the wall. I'm entirely sure what happened there, but it wasn't much fun.
Good to go, next time by.
10 to go. They're starting to come up on lap cars, so Logan ahead of me's got to try and get around Clinton. It's hard enough to get one car around this track at the moment, let alone get 2 side by side, so it's always a very nervous time when you come up on a lap car.
16.239.
Looks like he's got through.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 4.9 seconds.
A couple of average laps and lost a bit of time. Like that. Just totally missing the bottom and running through the slick, which is not a fast way to get around the track. You can see just on the session best there that running through the bottom like that is much faster.
5 to go. Keep it up, we're in a great spot.
But it's super difficult to get down there and still have some kind of momentum to come out of the corner with. This track got a visual update in the season update, and I feel that it's changed the transition between the infield and the track surface, so where it sort of changes camber there.
2 more, let's go.
Oh, someone down the bottom there. Now I know he's down there somewhere because he hasn't come out in my rear view. There he is, he's a bit behind me. We hope he doesn't get a dive in on the inside, but we've left him a bit of room there just in case he has. Now he's trying to race me, which is we don't need in the last 2 laps. So he's got to focus on making a couple of good, fast, clean laps to make sure he's well behind me. Which we've done. Come around, collect the checkered flag. In 3rd position. In what looked pretty boring, but I can tell you now to drive it was actually a real workout.
Great job, you did really well.
So yeah, only 1 split. We picked up a little bit of I rating, lost a little bit of safety rating with a 2x there hitting the wall. 64 points. And yeah, so Jonathan, who is the big talky guy, came in last. Surprise, surprise. All right, so here we are in the wing sprint, and Jonathan's still talking. So heading out for our qualifying lap in the wing sprint. The track now is super tacky, so a brand new track. So with the wing and a super tacky track, this is pretty much just flat out all the way around, no throttle control needed, just need to put your car in the right place and keep your foot mashed all the way to the floor. You can see I'm not even running all the way up to the wall because it's so tacky. I don't need to go all the way out to get a good entry and shorten the track up. You can see it's really flat to the floor, just trying to get around without having the back come out. You don't want, any slip is going to slow you down.
There's the flag. It's over.
So the first lap was the better of the two.
Everyone's gritted.
Alright, so we've qualified in second here. And we've got Mark on our inside again. So once again, Mark, I really doubt we'll see him beyond the start. He's super fast, but then again, when it's just flat out all the way around, there's very little difference that you can make. He's not going to be able to pull out a million car lengths just through his skill, because we're both just flat out all the way around. It's real about car placement and not making even the tiniest little mistakes. In the last race with the wingless and the slick track, you could give away 2/10 a lap and then you'd make up 2/10 a lap the next lap. Where here, if you give away 2/10, you can't get it back. It's going to be really tiniest little mistake, the tiniest little bog down, the tiniest little slide. It's gonna lose you heaps of space.
Catch the pace car. Get ready, going green.
So where the last race was all about just trying to keep it on the track and get around in decent time, this one is going to be all about not making the tiniest little mistakes. So we've had a decent start from the second, which I'm happy with.
The next car's the leader.
Might have even made a little bit of inroads and Mark on that. A little slip there, a little bog down. So we're in the last race, we're running 16s, now we're running 13s.
Cast off down low.
Alright. So eyes on the swivel, we've got a car up there on the right. Managed to avoid that. That's the other thing that's going to come to play into this if we hit lap traffic.
New fast flat for you. The lead is at 13.565.
So I had a couple of laps there where Samuel was starting to make inroads on me, but I've now had a good lap and pushed him back a little bit.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
But now I've bogged it down a little bit. It hasn't hurt me too much.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
So compared to the last race, this is totally about precision, where the last race was all about feel. So this one's much more science, the previous one was much more art, I guess.
The leader just did a 13.602.
can see there's a line starting to become apparent where we're all running, which means that that little line's going to get a little bit slower, so you've got to keep your back wheel just that little bit higher and higher and higher, just to stay on the cushion, not run through the bit that's getting a little bit more slippery. Now we're coming up on a lap car.
Everybody in third gear.
So what will make or break the race is coming up onto lap cars. And he's got out of the way for the leader.
The leader just did a 13.6.
And now he's racing the leader. A little hit on the wall. Slowed him down, let Mark get away, so Mark doesn't have to worry about him coming up the inside. I've had a little bobble there. So now Ricky Clark is my problem. 5 laps to go. I can't just ease off and go around behind him because I'll get Samuel Blackwell from all over me. But now he's starting to slow me up. But it's not really a space. I need to try and get on his inside and push the issue. So he's not getting out of my way. Now he's just turning down in front of me.
Knowledge here.
Not bogged down to not run into him. Now I've gone for it, dive down the inside. And he's not getting out of my way. He's just turned down into me. That could have ended in tears, but we've pushed our way through now. He's still out there, but now he's decided he's going to get out of the way. But he lets the car behind me straight through as well, so now I've got a car right on a back bumper.
Yes,
1 lap to go. Just got to keep my nose clean though, because it's going to be pretty hard for him to pass. This goes for a big Hail Mary, which he's not.
Pretty much the same at fun, whatever it is next week.
There you go. Got a little bit hairy there towards the end.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
We've pulled out the second place.
Good job, very good job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Alright, so 2 very, very different races on the same racetrack. But we've picked up some iRating there, a bit of safety rating as well. And yeah, decent champion points. So thanks everyone for watching. And we'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to do all the liking and subscribing and all those things. Thanks, bye.